Well, we're talking big, and of course, we're back here again at the grounds of Nebbi. We're talking about Luo grounds, that is the grounds of team Nebbi Central. And of course, it is a daily fixer podcast bringing you back you again. It has been a while without going on air for you, but we must tell you, today we are proudly back at the grounds, and that is Luo grounds of a team Nebbi. And of course, at the ground of Nebbi Town SS. Like I told you earlier on, what we do here, we do it for the love of the game, and we do it for the people of West Nile and the people of Uganda, not forgetting Africa and talking world at large. But first thing you should know, Daily Fixer Podcast is actually doing these things for the locals and of course guys who are not in here so that they can get what is happening within West Nile and Nebbi. But the mind behind everything of podcast is called Manas, and that is the man handling every single thing. I am the host talking about the Daily Fix, and my name's Uncle Raman, Uncle of all nations, it's how they call me. And of course, today we shall be panning it along with Frank Roger Nachibuga, who will be doing it paka till that time of a 90 plus. But I must tell you, it is a big one, a quick one. Frank Roger, a very good afternoon to you. Maybe an early evening hour. How are you feeling? How is the vibe, Frank Roger?
Yeah, a very good afternoon to everyone who is viewing us on our Daily Fix podcast, plus all the viewers outside there or wherever you guys are catching all over the globe. But today is a big contest of the two giants which gonna meet today, where Paidha United are set to welcome one, we are set to traveling away to play one team, that's Nebbi Central Football Club. It's going to be a mouth-watering encounter. I know you guys, you have been missing us a lot, but it has been a while. But today we are going to know who is who and who will be leading each other. Given the fact that Paidha Black Angel seems to be on the table of Nyagagzono with 23 points, if I'm not mistaken, and Nebbi Central they've got 21 points. So today's games it's going to tell us who will be leading at the table for Nyagagzono. Given the fact that all two teams need this win desperately.
I must say a happy new year to everyone who is listening now and to everyone who is tuning to Daily Fixer podcast on your YouTube channel in different angles. We are welcoming you back into 2023. And of course, it is a year of football. And for the reminders, remember what happened to Lionel Messi taking the gong, of course, winning the World Cup. That was a big one for him. And up to now, Team Arsenal is still actually on the table of English Premier League. And that talks a lot. And of course, big games are coming in the week in the Premier League, talking about Manchester United. We'll be tussling it out with the team in Manchester City in a Manchester derby. And on the other hand, we shall be seeing another London derby in team Arsenal, who will be traveling away to team Tottenham at the London Stadium. But of course, let's forget that and we come back to why we are here. Frank Roger, you said it well, that it is a team Paidha Black Angel, all the way from Zombo, coming down to town to tackle a team in Nebbi Central. And we're talking about the table clutch. We're talking of a number one in Paidha Black Angel with a currency of 23 points and courtesy of goals, and of course, Nebbi Central following them in number two with a 21 points, a difference of 2 points only and 2 goals. That tells you clearly it is going to be a big one. Frank Roger, a brief about the game in between Paidha Black Angels and Nebbi Central in a short while.
Yeah, I think, Ramsey, that's a big question which need to be answered given the fact that the two teams have met several times, and last season we saw team Nebbi Central manage to beat team Paidha Black Angel twice, both away and home. And last season they started at Barakur, where we saw Nebbi Central manage to beat Paidha Black Angel by 2-0. But the other season when Paidha Black Angel came back to this ground where we are in, that is a low ground on Nebbi Town Senior Secondary School, the game ended 2-1 with a lot of chaos and with a lot of dramas. But this time around, we hope that the game will end in a good shape, given the fact that the two teams also I'm seeing their tactician, that is the man Ongolo, is there in the cup there because he assembled his boy very well. And also we shall be giving you the team news, the coach Ongolo. And also on the other side, the coach, the former coach of Paidha Black Angel, that's the big man Abraham Gosi there in the team of Nebbi Central. Probably is going to be tough encounter given the fact that Abraham knows Paidha very well, and their former player that who is coaching them right now, that is Ongolo, knows them very well. So it's going to be tough encounter. But when you talk about form, Paidha seems to be having a better form compared to Nebbi Central, given the fact that their form has been so brilliant, and Nebbi Central too had a better form.
Big one, Frank Roger got it from you, but I'm looking at something strange here. Right now, we're talking about a late time already. We are supposed to kick off at exactly 4, but we are seeing the side of Paidha Black Angels. It's only the coaches in the D. We are not actually seeing the players. So somebody's asking a question. Where are the players of team Paidha Black Angels? Because it's already coming to 4. This should be the time. This guy should be checking into their alliances. But of course, we are still seeing the coaches of Paidha Black Angel on the D. But the players seems missing in the area. Maybe they're yet coming. Frank Roger, a brief about that. What could be happening with Team Paidha Black Angel up to now? Let's check at the time. And when you talk about the time, it is already 18 minutes to kick off, and we are not seeing any player of Paidha Black Angel in low grounds.
I think that goes to the management and also the technical team. That sounds so bad because now we are just 17 to 15 minutes to the clock. But around now the inspection, the referees and match assessor, they want to do the inspection. But the away team, they have not arrived in the pitch. But I'm seeing the coach just standing comfortable. I don't know what they're planning, but that's very bad in football because you need to show for the 15 minutes to the kickoff so that they know, and also you have to be assessed before the game starts.
Well, Frank, on point. And of course, for the dignitaries who are in, we have Rasul Adiga. We all know that is the man, of course, FUFA representing West Nile in FUFA. That is Rasul Adiga. Is Amidisas. We have the PR of West Nile. That is Bona Fred Senior doubling as the PR of team Nebbi Central. We have the DFA of that is Nebbi. That is Bona Bitola France is also in. We can see the chairman Nebbi Central. We can see a lot of dignitaries coming in from Paidha, of course, all coming in here. Fans of Pakwach, Bajobi are here. But remember, Frank Roger, before I give the team news of team Nebbi Central and the team Paidha Black Angel, a brief one. There is a tough derby happening in Junam Land. We're talking about Pakwach Super Eagle at Kopio Grounds, welcoming a team in Pakwach Youngsters. A brief in that game, only 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think Ramsey, that's also another big derby which is coming that side of Pakwach district, whereby if I did not been because of time, two of us should have traveled to go and watch that encounter, because we know for the last time their two games have been ending in a goalless draw. But my heart is telling me the previous time the team that is Pakwach Youngster have never beaten one team that is Pakwach Super Pigo at their background there, that side of Kopio. But that won't stop them, because when you look at the table stand, a difference of points separating the two teams, and Pakwach Super Eagles sit number 5 and Youngster number 7, and Super Eagles have got 18 points, and team that is Pakwach Youngster have got 12 points after playing 10 games. That's going to be a tough encounter between two teams. I know that is a very tough derby, but I'm seeing that game, any team which will use their opportunity well might be going away with the 3 points. Nevertheless, we shall be seeing who is who and who will make the day and who will take the bragging right of Pakwach.
Big one. Frank Rogers says that the big dog will have to bark so loud in Pakwach, in Junam Lounge, of course. That is a derby in Pakwach between the Super Eagles and the Youngsters. But Frank Roger and the viewers into the podcast, we are really late in the game. We are seeing 15 minutes into playoff. Still, Paidha Black Angel players seems not coming in. And like Frank said it earlier on, their coach seems to be so comfortable, just standing, holding his arms across the chest, not thinking of calling the players. I really do not know what you viewers are thinking about this. But of course, that is the style of football in West Nile. It gets a little cagey. Like I just said, team Paidha Black Angels, we are yet waiting to see if they can get in. But of course, Frank Roger, our time has run so fast. Straight up into the team news of team Paidha Black Angels.
Okay, fine. That is a good question there. Let's start with the team news for team that is Paidha Black Angels Sport Club, who are the table leaders currently in Nyagak zone with 23 points after playing 10 games. And when you look at Paidha Black Angel after playing a number of games, they have managed to win in a lot of games, like 7 games. Have managed to pick like a 2-1 draw, if I'm not mistaken, and they have registered only 1 losses in their game. Probably, I think their coach, that is the man Ongolo. I know how he's going to be lining up in his probable formation, and their coach, that is Ongolo. And I can see Paidha Black Angel, the table leaders, they are coming inside there. Ramsey, thank you for coming back. Paidha Black Angel, probably, I think their coach, that is Ongolo Paidha, might be starting with the following players, whereby in the goalkeeping stick, we might be seeing Oiro Jonathan in the stick, and then in the defensive department to the right, we might be seeing one man, that is Odongo Charles, and then to the left, we might be seeing Pimondo Vincent, and then in the center back of number 4 and number 5, we shall be seeing Sheka Sabiri and Odagio Khalidi, and then in the midfield department, we have got Opak Road Benjamin, aka Messi, Oiro Desmond, Mobed Jimmy, and then one man that is Swaba Kalifana, and then one man that is Opar Jacob Ola. We shall be seeing them towards the game. But let's go for some commercial break.
Of course, we still are getting back, and it's like a team Paidha Black Angels are getting back right now. Of course, you can hear their fans are chanting, praising the names of their coach in Oromchan Villa. Many calls him Ongolo. And of course, he's continued to keep saying that the players are already getting in. And I believe from the look of things in the other corner, I must tell you clearly, it seems like the boys are already getting in. But we have about 10 minutes to start the game, and I'm wondering they've not inspected any of the teams. Of course, Frank Roger, like you gave the team news of team Paidha Black Angel, maybe a quick one into Nebbi Central.
Yeah, I think Nebbi Central, their coach, that is the big man, that is Abraham, is also lining in a 4-3-3, where in the stick we might be seeing Jakisa, and then to the right we have got their captain, that is Yoshel Raimon, and then in the center, in the defense, number 3, we have got one man, that is Okumo Julius Dante, and then in the center back we have got Agenunga Francis, Beroshan Rooney, and then in the midfield we have got Bolingo, we have got one man, that is Adrico Swale, and then in the forward we have got other guys in the team. We have got Okelo Eliod, Isaac, plus a number of players like Christopher. All will be Kiria. They will be leading for the team that is Nebbi Central. It's going to be a tough encounter. However, I think time seems to be catching for the both sides, given the fact that I can see the Blacks, the table leaders that have joined right now. So we shall be seeing what will be today a tough encounter today.
Like Frank said, a tough encounter, of course, in the camp of Paidha Black Angels. I'm seeing the players already in, and their fans are chanting, like I said it earlier on. The boys are doing a black and red, but I must say they might be using the red strip all through the game. And of course, Nebbi Central will be doing a full blue, so it's against a blue against red. We're talking about Chelsea, who might be taking on Liverpool, or some might say Manchester City taking on maybe Liverpool. But of course, blue and red is what we are seeing today at the grounds in here. But of course, quick one for Paidha Black Angels. We've seen a player all the way from Congo, that is Akese, a midfield maestro, alongside his brother in Jonathan, who did not feature against Paidha United. But today, they're back against a team in Nebbi Central. All we can say, big teams are playing. Frank, your prediction, quick, before we sign out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough encounter because the table leaders, that is Paidha Black Angel, they want to top this league. They've got 23 points and 14 goals. And the followers, that is Nebbi Central Football Club, they are second with 21 points after playing 10 games. That's going to be a tough encounter between these two teams because we know last season Nebbi Central managed to beat Paidha Black Angel twice last season, both home and away. But I'm seeing the team news for Paidha Black Angel. Numbers of their players are back. Talk about Jonathan is back after traveling away, is back. And also, if I'm not mistaken, their man that is Otwi, Victor aka CR7 is also back in the team. It's going to be an interesting encounter, but my heart is telling me a 2-all draw or a 1-all draw. That's what I'm seeing.
Frank Roger is doing a betting saga. He's saying a 2-all draw or a 1-all draw automatically has not gone direct into the game. But all I can tell every single one of you, Paidha Black Angel and Nebbi Central is going to be a very big encounter, and we shall wait and see which team will get the day through. But of course, Paidha has managed to welcome all their players who has been away and many who has been maybe homesick. They're all back in the team, and that tells you clearly the boys are ready to face a team in Nebbi Central. All we can say, keep cool and keep waiting. Of course, keep following through. We shall always keep dropping for you the comments and the rest of the things that are coming out of this game. But it's the battle in between Oromchan Villa, the coach of Paidha Black Angel, and Abraham Ogusi, also the former coach of Paidha Black Angel, and working with the West Nile Drum team. For the starters, West Nile Drum team this very Sunday shall be taking on the Lango province, and they're having the advantage of 2 goals already at home here, and they're only going to look for a draw or maybe an away goal, and then West Nile can call it a trophy. But of course, Frank Roger and me, Uncle for all nations, and not forgetting the man, Mass Manners behind the scene. We shall see you again after the halftime whistle. All we can say, bye-bye for now and keep following.